Hey everyone! So this video is going to explain what you need to do to complete Week 3 Assignment 2, Coherence. Okay. If you haven't gone through the lessons in the Week 3 module, you're going to want to do that before you try to complete this assignment. I've said it in a couple of places here in the Week 3 module, but the lessons this week really are the foundation of what we're learning this quarter, and specifically what you're going to be graded on when you write your formal writing assignment paragraphs in weeks 6 and 7. So please make sure you go through those lessons and then do your best on this assignment to give you as much practice as possible. This is going to be a text submission assignment, so much like our journals and much like Week 3 Assignment 1 on topic sentences, you're going to be typing your answers directly into the text box. And again, I want you to try to copy and paste the assignment into the text box and then mark your answers. And if you have problems with that, reach out to me and we'll try to figure it out together. But let's go ahead and get into the assignment itself. So question 1 on this assignment is asking you to fill in the blanks in a paragraph with the appropriate addition transition from the list that's given to you. So you'll see the paragraph there, and there are 3 blanks in the paragraph, and above the paragraph you have 3 addition transitional words to choose from: another, finally, and one. You will use each of those words one time to fill in the blanks of the paragraph. You just have to figure out where they make sense to go and put them there. Same thing for question number 2, except this time we're using time transitional words, and this time there are 5 blanks, so you got 5 words to choose from: then, next, before, first, after. So go through that paragraph and figure out the most logical place for each of those time transition words to appear, and just fill them in. Okay? Question 3 has 3 parts to it. 3 paragraphs, and each paragraph has the sentences out of order, and they're just listed with blanks next to them. Your job is to figure out the order of those sentences. So look at that paragraph number 1, for instance. We have 5 sentences. Look through that list and figure out which one is probably the topic sentence. Which sentence out of this list tells us the focused topic of this paragraph? And then write a number 1 next to it. And then which sentence makes the most sense to be the second sentence? And so on and so forth. So you'll number them 1 through 5 in the order that you think they make the most sense. Use any clues that are available to you, as well as some logic. Definitely use a little bit of logic. Maybe even think about historically about the topic for paragraph number 2, and figure out what the topic sentence is and put a 1 next to it, and then try to logically figure out the remaining order of the sentences. Paragraph 3 is a bit longer. There are 11 sentences in this one, so that means we have quite a few more supporting examples. But again, first, try to figure out what the topic sentence is and put a 1 next to it. And then go through the rest of them and figure out, okay, we probably have a few main ideas, since there are so many sentences in this one, and each main idea is probably going to have a couple of supporting examples to go along with it. So figure out what the 3 examples are, or what the 3 main ideas are, and then what the supporting sentences are for each of those main ideas. But also keep in mind what's the most logical order of those main ideas. And I will give you a hint to help you with this a little bit. In writing, we most often end a paragraph or an essay with our most important point. Because readers tend to remember what they read last the most. So if we have 3 main ideas and one of those main ideas is super important, we would probably discuss it last, so that way our reader remembers it best. So that might help you figure out part of this paragraph, and then just do your best to figure out the order of the remaining sentences. Right? Question 4 has 4 examples with it, 4 sets of sentences, and what you are being asked to do is to underline or highlight, either one, the transitional word in each set. If you're not sure what a transitional word is, you might want to go back and review the lessons in week 3. Question 5, also it has 3 sets, and you are being asked to underline or highlight important repeated words. Not simple words like the, and, to. Those, we're not talking about just literally which words show up more than once. We're talking about words that are repeated for effect, on purpose. So each set has at least 1 repeated word. Your job is to underline it. Okay? Question 6 has 4 sets underneath it, and in these sets you're being asked to underline the synonym for the word that's in italics in each set. So for 6A, when you read through that, you'll see that there's a word in italics, the word thieves. Your job is to find a synonym for the word thieves somewhere else in that set and underline it. Remember, a synonym is a word that means the same or close to the same as that word. So what is a synonym for the word thieves that appears in that set? Underline it. And then in question 7, we have 3 sets underneath that one. And in this set, you're going to be underlining the word that the italicized pronoun refers to in each item. So for instance, in 7A, you'll see the word them in italics. Them is a pronoun. And remember, a pronoun is a word that's used to take the place of a noun that's previously been mentioned. So instead of constantly saying, Mary went to school, Mary went to lunch, Mary came home, Mary did her homework, we would say, Mary went to school, and then she had lunch. She is a pronoun that takes the place of Mary, so that we don't constantly have to repeat that name over and over again. So in each of these sets, there's a pronoun that's in italics, and you need to find the noun that it is replacing that occurred somewhere previous in that set, and then underline it. So for 7A, the word them is in italics. What noun earlier does them take the place of? What is it, them? What are them? That's weird. Anyway, if you're not sure, maybe go back and review the lesson in week 3, get a better sense of pronouns again. We use them all the time, but we don't often think about what they are or how they function. We just use them. They're so ingrained in us, we don't think about it that much. So don't make this harder than it needs to be. You know this. Just do your best to try to figure it out. Alright, so if you have any questions or run into any problems with this assignment, let me know. Otherwise, try to have it in by Sunday at 11:59.